And look at this dog, he just had surgery. He's gonna be okay, but in this video, I do wanna talk about why he had surgery and more importantly, what we did to prepare. If you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, you already know that Wally got neutered and he's recovering amazingly well. And I attribute that to the research we did ahead of time and all of the products that we have. Let's just jump into the must-haves for any dog going into surgery or recovering from surgery. I've also tried these beyond just Wally. As you know, I have fostered dozens and dozens and dozens of rescue dogs. Many of them had medical issues where I had to rehab them. So these have been tried and true tested. But again, you are your dog's best advocate. Work with your vet if you have any concerns. These are just what works for us. So step one with surgery recovery, what I like to do is, especially for the dogs that have to be on bed rest, is I make sure that every meal time is something that's mentally enriching and or stimulating. And what I mean by that is I use things like these licky mats because it is scientifically proven that dogs, when they lick things, it actually decreases anxiety and stress and it mentally tires them. And yes, everything I talk about that I possibly can is linked in my shop page down below. I did a lot of digging for discount codes and like the best pricing. And this company is actually a tiny company, so you're supporting small. Or you can use something like a smart feeder where it's like you put the food down in the little crevices so they have to work to get the food out. Note that with Wally, they told us, you know, he may not be hungry for the first day or so after surgery, but this is Wally we're talking about. This kid loves food. He was hungry the moment we got home and he was fine, no vomiting or anything like that. So the other one of these that I really love is the Lick Buddy Rehab, which you can actually suction cup onto a fridge or a bathtub. And what I like about that is when they're not recovering from surgery, if you're giving them a bath, they can be licking on this. If you're having to clip their nails and you want them to stand up and be focused on something else, you can use this as well. And regarding mealtime, I like to break up their meals into smaller portions and feed them throughout the day. So, you know, using something like a lick mat or a treat dispensing toy like this so that they have more things to do throughout the day. And in between meals, I like to give some extra treats just to help improve their morale. This is from the latest Super Chewer Bark Box toy. And what we do is we take our favorite treats. These are the favorite ones we're using right now by Icelandic, or one of the favorites. There's very few treats that I really truly can say I fully trust. I have gotten a chance to talk to the company because I reach out to them directly before I start feeding them to my dogs, period, and make sure that I can understand their sourcing, how they prepare the food, how they pack the food, and make sure it's sustainable and healthy. The reason I love these, and yes, there's a ton of flavors you can get for your dogs, but they are, Wally's so excited. They are smaller in size, and you see that? And they do have bigger ones as well, but these are great because they are extremely limited ingredient. These combo bites are literally only cod and shrimp. They're sustainably sourced, and because they're gently air dried, the nutrients are a lot more dense in them. So you guys are always asking me what treats I use. These are it in my shop page, but I just put them in this treat dispensing toy, and then I let him work at it. So you can see that they're in there. There you go. And there you go. And as you'll see, he could be going at that for 20-30 minutes. You can even take a muffin tin if you have one, take some of these smaller treats or some of their dry food if they eat kibble, and drop a few in each muffin tin, and then put toys on top of each hole so they have to dig the treat out of from under the toys and then get the treat. And it just adds a little bit of enrichment. And as you can see, he's focused on chewing that toy and trying to get the treats out of it versus whatever pain he may be experiencing. And obviously we're managing his pain effectively, but regardless, there's going to be some discomfort, maybe nausea from medicine, things like that. This helps keep our dogs feeling happy and less stressed. In addition to that, I like to give him once a day or every other day a natural chew. And as you guys know, I'm very picky about what chews I give my dogs. And these are the 3 that I've narrowed it down that I am completely obsessed with. And the first one is the safety chew. These come with these safety grips, and this is for a bully stick, you guys can see. And what it does is it has a little pin here. I push the pin out, I insert the bully stick, and then that way they can't get the little knob at the end, because this little piece of the bully stick at the end of each one and a bully stick is a pizzle chew, but this little knob can actually act as a choking hazard. So this allows them to chew it safely. I still supervise all chewing of toys or chews either way. But the reason I love this company is one, they're teeny tiny. There's like 2 of them running the company. They're out of Austin, Texas. And all of the bully sticks that they have are responsibly raised. There's no chemicals treating them. I love, 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 love the goat horns from Icelandic. The reason these are great is for my dogs, they're fully digestible, rich with nutrients, a completely natural, responsibly sourced goat horn that naturally shed. And so Wally, you want to show them this? Oh, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, he loves it. I don't have to worry about if a little piece falls off and he swallows it. Not goat horn. I got that wrong. It's a lamb horn. I don't know why I said goat. Lamb horn. I mistake. Yeah. When your dog is recovering from surgery, or honestly, if your dog is bored or you're stuck at home because of extreme weather, or you just aren't able to get outside as much, you live in an apartment, all of these things can be used to keep your dog mentally tired. Because here's the thing. If you follow me, you've heard me say this before. Mental stimulation and mental enrichment, like chewing on things or trying to get food out of little puzzles or puzzle toys, or licking frozen supplements or snacks off of these lick mats or lick it buddies, tires our dog far more than any physical exercise alone. And yes, physical exercise paired with healthy mental stimulation is ideal, but not all dogs can get physical exercise all the time. Maybe you have some physical limitations, or maybe it's extremely hot or a blizzard outside and you can't go outside today. These are great alternatives until you can get the physical. You guys know that I'm a big fan of healthy fats for dogs, which is why I love fish treats in general, because they're packed with healthy omega-3s, which is great for skin, coat, mental health. Really, I should just make this video the epic, ultimate mental enrichment video ever, not just surgery recovery, but you guys get it. And then this other one, and this video is not sponsored, by the way, by any of these brands. There are special codes for many of them in my shop page, and sometimes they'll pay out an affiliate link depending on the product. But really what I try to do is I try to curate a list of products and then share them with you that I love, that I use, because in every single video, you guys are asking me, wait, what is that collar they're wearing? What is that chew they're chewing on? I also always reach out to the brands directly. I try to have a close connection with them if I can. One, so I can understand their transparency, but two, I was always nervous at first, but I always now ask right away, hey, I talk about your product on my channel because I personally use it and I personally spend my money on it. Do you have any special discounts or savings you can offer to my community? Because they're the best ever pet community in all the land and they deserve it. And many times, you'll see on my shop page, they do. The other thing we did is we started getting the Real Dog Box, which are air-dried single ingredient chews and treats for dogs that are completely biologically appropriate and healthy. And we're having record high heat here in Oregon. Plus we're in a valley surrounded by fires, wildfires. Let me rephrase that. In this moment, we're not currently in danger, but they're close enough to where we're getting all of the smoke, and so a lot of outside activity is not ideal, and that means I am desperate for indoor activities and healthy chews. So this is a subscription box. Again, there's all links for you down below for this, and the cool thing about these is all of these treats are small batched, meaning they are made based on what's available, what's freshest in the market. They're single ingredient, they're just like protein treats. So for example, the light chew of the month is beef aorta, and it gives you a few in there for your dog. All of this can be custom to your dog. If you have a small dog, they send small ones. If you have super chew dogs that need super extra tough chews, they have that as well. This one is just some organ meat treats, almost like a healthy jerky. And the cool thing is the company is very tiny. You'll notice, not every, but most of the brands that I bring to you guys are smaller brands that are pet first, not profit first. That's because that's what I personally purchased for my dog. So I'm only gonna share with you what I've personally purchased or support. We've got some of these, let's see, these are my favorite, the anchovies. And then they give you for each and every one a specific card on what the chew is, why it's healthy, how to feed it safely and appropriately, because with any chew, you know, all dogs are different, so you need to do what's best for your dog. And with any chew, you don't want to give too much, and you want to give the appropriate size, which is why I love this. It takes the guessing game out. You guys know that I'm obsessed with BarkBox and Super Chewer, which is where this came from, for the monthly subscription toys, but for like treats and chews, these are definitely some of my absolute favorites. So I'm gonna try to double up here. Look, so I'm gonna take this BarkBox toy, I'm gonna stick it in here, and then now he gets the medium chew, and he's gonna have to work to get it out. See what I mean, guys? It's all about layering these enrichment activities. What I love about these duck necks is they're actually pretty much all these chews. They're gonna be excellent natural dental chews, which is gonna be huge. So that plus the thing you probably didn't even notice, the 2 dog beds here. So with Wally's recovery, it was directed and important that he not jump up or even step because of the stretching motion. And a lot of dog surgeries will require that. So I really wanted a bed that was low to the ground, that was orthopedic and had a washable mat in case there was any blood or anything. And so these beds are the paw.com Pup Rug and Pup Runner. You guys have seen these in my house. I bought them a while ago, but they do give you guys a special discount if you're interested. Again, all on my shop page. These are some of the most important things we've had to use and are using to help with Wally's recovery, because to me, it wasn't just about making sure he's healthy, although that's priority, of course. It was also about making sure he's not miserable, right? Like, I want him to be happy during the recovery. And dogs, for the most part, love to work. And if they can't physically work their body because of whatever the reason is, mental stimulation is almost as, if not more, important for them. So that's why I love all of these things. And probably the coolest thing I did to prepare for Wally's surgery, and I'm just so excited that I was able to do this, was stem cell banking. And I did this through Gallant. And I actually chose this company because I saw them on my favorite TV show, which was Shark Tank, years and years and years ago. And at the time, I was really new to the stem cell science. As you guys know, I'm a little bit of a nutrition and health science nerd. My bachelor's is in nutrition and science, and so I really love that aspect of raising a pet and how can I raise my pet as naturally and authentically to who they are as a living, breathing, unique creature as possible. And y'all know I'm obsessed with longevity. And so over the years, I've learned about the benefits of stem cell therapy. And if you're not familiar, stem cells, which are naturally occurring in both our body as humans and our pets' bodies, but these are the body's repair cells. And as you age and as our dogs age, they get fewer and fewer and fewer. So that's why it's one of the reasons that we age, and it becomes harder to heal as we get older. And it's a natural progression of life, but stem cells are one of the most natural ways that we are, as humans and even dogs, heal. And so there is a process called stem cell banking, where different companies will actually collect stem cells from your dog and store them or bank them so that if in the future your dog has a medical issue, knock on wood, hopefully they don't, let's say some hip or joint issues or atopic dermatitis or dry eye or maybe some kidney issues or a few examples, if your dog were to have one of those, if they had stem cells saved from when they were younger in their years, those stem cells can be used as regenerative medicine to help heal your dog faster and more efficiently. And so I am so obsessed again with this idea of helping my dogs not just live as long as possible, but thrive as long as possible. So what we did was I am using Gallant. Again, all their information is linked down below. There should be a special code. I think they're gonna give you guys a little discount just because I'm mentioning them. No, this is not sponsored by any brand, this video. These are brands and companies that I've either purchased from myself or at least connected with directly. And it's because I am a crazy dog mom and I just want the best for my dogs. And, you know, I wish I would have known about this when Ben and Finnegan were getting their neuters, but I didn't. And now it's really routine. So Gallant actually worked directly with our vet that is doing, or that did Wally's neuter. And all they did is the tissue that they were taking off as part of his neuter, like the routine process, they just saved a little bit of that tissue and they shipped it off to Gallant. And essentially all that happens next is that Gallant is gonna hold on to those stem cells from Wally. And like I said, if in the future he has a medical issue that stem cells can help, then we can actually pull those stem cells, work with a vet, and most vets know how to use these because it's so routine practice now, to help heal Wally. And some of the most common things we know of today, though this is always evolving, that stem cells can help with dogs, is chronic dry eye, atopic dermatitis, which is those really severe skin issues that a lot of dogs unfortunately suffer from, kidney or renal disease, which is impacting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dogs every single year, or anything like osteoarthritis, joint issues. You know, we hear of hip issues or knee issues in dogs so frequently. There are really easy targeted methods that vets can use using the dog's own biology. That's what I love about stem cell therapy, is it's not a medicine, it's not fabricated. It is literally using the repair cells, that's hard to say, from the dog's body, which are stem cells, and it's actually re-injecting them into the dog in the future if they need them. Let's say they have osteoarthritis or some shoulder, neck, or joint issues, to help the dog in their recovery. And there have been thousands of dogs that have been helped by this. And I already know that in another 5 years, 10 years and more, this science and this technology is going to improve. And so I'm really, really, really happy I was able to do that. And I will do stem cell banking with Bentley and Finnegan if they go under in surgery or under anesthesia. But since you do need to have your dog under for that, I don't want to go do that ad hoc, although you can. And there's a lot more information, like I said, linked down below in that, but that's something I'm choosing to do because it's one of the most holistic and natural ways that I can help ensure that my dogs are going to be as healthy as possible. If you guys want to see some of my favorite brain games to do to help mentally enrich and tire your dog with using a lot of these products, and also just stuff that you already have, click the video right here and we'll go over that together. Or if you want to see my favorite food for dogs, click the video right here. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Goodbye.